यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदा यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदा यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Jaya Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Lalita Vishakha, Jaya Radhe Shyam. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंसविचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमदभय चरणारविंद भक्तिदान स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु विष्णुपाद परमहंसविचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद्भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता विशाखा जी की संवेद गौर भक्तवृंद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की निताई गौर हरि प्रेमंदे. All glories to the simple devotees, all glories to the simple devotees, all glories to the simple devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapad Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitansha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatrubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले, श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे, निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चादेशतारिणे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम कैंटो 10 चैप्टर 81 entitled The Lord Blesses Sudama Brahman. Text number 25. पतिमागतमाकर्ण्य पत्न्युद्धर्षति संभ्रमा, निश्चक्राम गृहातूर्णम् रूपिणी श्रीरिवालयात्। पतिमागत्यमाकर्ण्य पत्नी उद्धर्षति संभ्रमा, निश्चक्राम गृहातूर्णम् रूपिणी श्रीरिवालयात्। पतिमागतमाकर्ण्य पत्नी उद्धर्षति संभ्रमा, निश्चक्राम गृहातूर्णम् रूपिणी श्रीरिवालयात्। पतिमागतमाकर्ण्य पत्नी उद्धर्षति संभ्रमा, निश्चक्राम गृहातूर्णम् रूपिणी श्रीरिवालयात्। पतिमागतमाकर्ण्य पतिमागतमाकर्ण्य पत्नी उद्धर्षति संभ्रमा, निश्चक्राम गृहातूर्णम् रूपिणी श्रीरिवालयात्। माताजी पतिमागतमाकर्ण्य पत्नी उद्धर्षति संभ्रमा, निश्चक्राम गृहातूर्णम् रूपिणी श्रीरिवालयात्। Word meanings kindly repeat. Patim, her husband. Agatam, come. Akarnya, hearing. Patni, his wife. Udharasha, jubilant. Ati, extremely. Sambrama, excited. Nishchakram, she came out. Grihat, from the house. Turnam, quickly. Rupini, manifesting her personal form. Shri, the goddess of fortune. Eva, as if. Alayat, from her abode. Translation: When she heard that her husband has arrived, the Brahmana's wife quickly came out of the house in a jubilant flurry. She resembled the goddess of fortune herself, emerging from her divine abode. Purport. Srila Sridhar Swami points out that since Lord Krishna had turned Sudama's house into a heavenly abode, everyone living there now possessed beautiful bodies and attire appropriate to the residents of heaven. Srila Vishwanath Chakti Thakur adds this insight. The night before, Sudama's poor, emaciated wife has been sleeping in rags under a crumbling roof. But when she woke in the morning, she found herself and her house wonderfully changed. Only for a moment she was confused. She then realized that this opulence was the Lord's gift to her husband, who must be on his way home. Thus she prepared to greet him. From Krishna book also, I'll read the translation. The wife of the Brahmana was very glad on hearing the tidings of her husband's arrival, and with great haste she came out of the palace. The Brahmana's wife appeared so beautiful that it seemed as if the goddess of fortune herself had come to receive him. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. First of all, I give thanks to Dharmatma Prabhu for ordering me to speak on Srimad Bhagavatam, and I beg blessing of all the devotees assembled here. Please bless me so that I can speak something from Srimad Bhagavatam. So here we are hearing this wonderful pastime of Sudama. Actually, Vyasadeva writes it as Sri Dama Charitra. His original name must be Sri Dama, and people used to call him Sudama also. So Sudama Charitra is very popular and very dear to everybody. Materialistic people like two Leelas very much they like. One Leela, this Sudama. He gave only some flat rice and got so much. And another, that fruit seller, the lady fruit seller, she gave little fruits and got so much wealth. So this is one pastime which is dear to both. And obviously Bhagavad Kathakars also like this Leela very much because they earn so much by this Leela. The big source of earning, this Sudama Leela is there. So it is dear to everybody. It is dear to devotees also. In this pastime we see how Krishna reciprocates his devotees. His loving reciprocation. He never forgets his relationship. If once a relationship is established, Krishna will never forget. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says to Sanatana Goswami that 4 qualities of Krishna, if some intelligent person knows 4 qualities of Krishna, he will never give up his bhajan towards Krishna. What are they? Bhakt Vatsal Kritagya Samarthvadanya Hena Krishna Chhadi Pandit Nahi Bhaje Anya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking to Sanatana Goswami that 4 qualities. First is what? Bhakta Vatsal. We see in Sudama Leela all the 4 qualities. Krishna loves his devotees very much. He is Bhakta Vatsal. Somebody may say that there are many people who love their servants, but if somebody don't recognize somebody's service, then Mahaprabhu is saying Kritagya. Krishna sees even small service, he will see multiplied. And if some devotee makes a mistake, Krishna never sees it. He is Kritagya. Okay, somebody is Bhakta Vatsal, somebody is Kritagya, but he don't have any samartha to reciprocate. He don't have any power to reciprocate. So Mahaprabhu is saying, no. Bhakta Vatsal, Kritagya, samartha. Krishna have samartha also. Just see how much Krishna is giving to Sudama. Okay, somebody loves his servant also. He remembers what you have done for him also. He have the power to reciprocate also. But he is a miserly person then. If he is a kanjus then. So Mahaprabhu is saying, no. Krishna is not kanjus. Krishna is vadanya. He is magnanimous. So here in this Leela, we see that Krishna giving to Sudama, but still Krishna is not speaking that I am giving. So in today's verse, we are talking about Sudama's wife. Everybody is talking about Sudama, but today's shloka is talking about Sudama's wife. Because she is the person because of whom Sudama could meet the Supreme Lord. Every man have a woman behind. Okay, every successful man. So Sudama also have a woman behind. She was the person who used to force Sudama every day. No, you go to Dwarka, you don't go to Dwarka. She experienced such poverty. She wanted to serve her husband. And she was always speaking to him that please go to Dwarka. Devi Shakti Mataji was telling that Dwarka was not very far from Sudama's place. Porbandar, she was telling, Porbandar. Hardly 105 kilometers distance was there. Is it a big distance? Delhi is also 130 kilometers. 105 kilometers. But Sudama had a fear. I am such a poor champ and Krishna is such a big person. If I meet him, he will recognize me or not, this, that. Many things were there in his mind. So Sudama's wife said, no, you go there. Sudama said, I don't want to beg from Krishna. No, you don't have to beg. He is Yadavpati. Jiva Goswami Pad is writing that Sudama's wife is telling that if Yadavpati Krishna accepts you, even if he meets you once, all the Yadavas will invite you to their home. They will give dakshina. She is a Brahmani, so she can manipulate, she can think about getting dakshina. So when the leader gives you weightage, then other people also, that Prabhuji, he lives with Maharaj, no? So Yadavpati, he is Yadavpati, all the Yadavas will follow him. Even if he give you little, all the Yadavas will invite you, they will give more and more. So you don't have to beg Krishna. So somehow or the other, now Sudama is convinced and Sudama is going. But his mind is what? That if I can get the darshan of Krishna, this is Akhil Artha Labham. This is the main benefit he wants. So here in this shloka, we see that Sudama's wife, she is just like Lakshmi, Rupini Shri Ivalayat. She have attained the opulence of just like Lakshmi. Okay, one thing we should see that Krishna gave opulence to Sudama. That is Krishna's prasad. Sudama accepted it as Krishna's prasad. Who attained Krishna's prasad first, Sudama or his wife? His wife, right? His wife received the opulence first. Obviously, Sudama attained the darshan of the Lord. His wife could not go to Krishna. So she sent her gift. Sometimes when devotees cannot go, like in Navdeep devotees used to send things for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through some devotees. So she also sent her gift through Sudama. So Krishna accepted or not? Krishna accepted. He reciprocated or not? He reciprocated. But what is the Siddhant that Sudama's wife, she is devoted to her husband and she is attaining the opulence like Lakshmi. So in the 7th canto, Narad Muni is instructing Yudhishthir Maharaj and he is saying that Santushta alulupta daksha dharmagya priya satyavak apramatta shuchi snigdha patim tva apatitam bhajet. A wife who serves her apatit pati, Narad Muni is clearly saying, apatitam bhajet. Patim tva apatitam bhajet. Apatit pati if she serves, then ya patim hari bhavena, she serves her husband, bhajet Shri iva tatpara, just like Lakshmi serves Lord Narayan, Hari Atmana Hare Loke Patya Shri iva modate. Then she enjoys the opulence of Lakshmi in Vaikuntha. Just like Lakshmi, she will enjoy the opulence. So one thing is that the husband should not be patita. He should not be patit. He should not be fallen. So it becomes a duty of the wife, and it's seen that usually women like to do this. They want to save their husband from being patit. They don't want their husband to fall. And then they serve their husband, and then they attain Vaikuntha, and they attain opulence just like Lakshmi. So this is seen. Other women, they will attain in Vaikuntha. Sudama's wife attained here only. So this is the thing. So it is like that. So now when Sudama was going to Krishna, we have all heard this pastime. As Sudama, when going to Krishna, he was thinking so many things. It took more days for Sudama to reach Dwarka. But when he was coming back, he came in just one night. It did not take long time. Why? When he was going, he was very doubtful. Krishna will meet me or not. But when he was coming, he was seeing only the mercy of Krishna. He was saying nothing else. Krishna is so merciful to me, he did not give me anything. So his only drishti was towards what? That Krishna is so merciful. So he covered the distance in a very short period of time. Okay, now one Siddhanta is this, that our devotee should serve the Lord according to one's capacity, right? So that day, Sudama did not have anything in his. He asked his wife that you are sending me to Krishna, some gift must be taken. Even he is so poor, he cannot give anything to Krishna. Still, what is he planning? To give something to Krishna. He is not planning to take something from Krishna. He is still planning to give some gift to Krishna. So he sent his wife. Some people tell that his wife went to many doors, begged, she found nothing that day. So took a loan. That chipped rice or flat rice was a loan. This shows that Sudama wanted to serve Krishna, although the Siddhanta is whatever your capacity is, you can serve the Lord. But his desire was more than what his capacity is. This is normal for devotees. Like Parikshit Maharaj hardly had 3-4 days, he is asking Shukdev Goswami, tell all the Leela, tell all the Leela. You are mad? I can tell you all the Leela. You hardly have 3 days. What is your capacity? And similar thing we see in the life of Srila Prabhupada. I was contemplating that Prabhupada's wife sold his handwritten Bhagavad Gita commentary. And what did she purchase? Tea. That means that time Srila Prabhupada's condition was very, very poor. Doesn't it seem so? That she have to sell the old papers and she's what she's purchasing? Tea. Like. So now, Srila Prabhupada at that time, he wrote the commentary on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Right? But Prabhupada's planning was not that I will print this Bhagavad Gita and I will earn money and I will maintain my family. Any one of us will think only this much. Such a poor condition I am having that my wife have to sell old papers and buy tea. So how poor situation is there, we can understand. Now what will we think? Okay, let me print my Bhagavad Gita and I will sell it and I will maintain my family. Right? But Srila Prabhupada, what he was thinking? That I have to serve my spiritual master. I have to preach Krishna consciousness. I have to fulfill the order and desire of my spiritual master. This was the mentality of Srila Prabhupada. He asked his wife, tea or me? When Prabhupada was getting married, his wife was not very beautiful. He asked his father, I don't like this girl. He said, very nice. She's ugly. You will be attached to Krishna and not attached to her. And here Prabhupada asked her, tea or me? Choose between one. So she said tea, and we know that Prabhupada left home. So I was contemplating that even at such condition, Srila Prabhupada had no capacity to serve Krishna. And if somebody is serving Krishna according to one's capacity, he's okay. He can also be a pure devotee. But Prabhupada wants to serve Krishna going out of the way, out of his capacity he wants to serve. Even in such a condition, he is not planning to maintain his family. He is planning to serve. He is planning to serve his spiritual master. So we see that once Prabhupada also said this thing. Somebody asked him, he said that my wife was also a devotee, but the mentality was different. Her project was, let's become a devotee, let's remain a devotee, and if our family is comfortable, we are in proper position. That's fine. This much devotion is enough. But my mind was what? I wanted to serve my spiritual master. Only difference was, both were devotees, but my mind was I have to serve the mission of my spiritual master. So here when Sudama was going to Krishna, he is full of manoratha just like Akrura had manoratha. And he was thinking many things, but he was thinking that if I can get the audience of Krishna, my life is perfect. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains one thing, that the nature of prema is such that milan, meeting is like moon, and a separation is like sun. We see moonlight, it reaches some places it reaches, but sunlight, If there is a cave also, sunlight will enter. Just like if this temple is there, it is covered. When the moon is there, we can see the light outside only, not in the temple room. But if sun is there, we have not switched on any light, the sunlight is entering. So when meeting is there, the devotee can see only the madhurya of the Lord. But when separation is there, he starts seeing the madhurya as well as opulence of the Aishwarya he also sees. So when he's not able to meet Krishna, he is thinking that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. When Sudama met Krishna, he forget he is the Supreme Lord. He is thinking he is my friend. And at night, Krishna told Sudama, "Oh Sudama, this is too late now, you sleep here on my bed." He put him in his room and said, "Even if you want anything, just you call me. We don't need any servant. You call me. I'm there. I'm just in the next room." So what happened? As soon as Krishna left the room, Sudama started thinking, he's the Supreme Lord. I'm doing some offense. Oh, I'm not like Brajvasi friends. I'm not like Sakha of Braj. That I don't have that Siddh Prem like Brajvasi Sakha. So he's thinking, I'm doing some offense. I'm sleeping on the bed of the Supreme Lord. So he jumps off the bed and there is a sound. And then Krishna says, "Oh, what happened? What happened? Sudama, why are you lying down?" "Oh, no, you sleep on my bed." So as soon as he sees Krishna, he forgets the opulence. He's my friend, he's my friend. So the whole night this thing was happening. So when Krishna slept and here Sudama slept, Sudama thought that if I stay more here, I will commit more and more offenses. So because many times devotees have this question that if Krishna loved Sudama so much, why Sudama only stayed for one night? He should have stayed for a long period of time. Sudama was thinking that I am committing offenses, I am committing offenses. So when Krishna met Sudama, he asked one question from Sudama. Api brahman gurukalad bhavata labd dakshinat samavarten dharmagya bharyoda sadrishivana. He asked, after passing from Gurukula and Samavartan Sanskar has been done, after that, did you found a wife just like you? Bharya Uddha Sadrishinava. See, I have my wives, they are just like in my mind. I started serving Sri Rukmani, she also started serving you, Sri Mitravinda. I have 16,100 wives, they understand my mind, they serve. You also got some wife like this or not got this kind of wife? So here, Sudama stayed in Krishna's palace, and then when Sudama was returning, again because Krishna is not there, he will remember what? Madhurya plus Aishwarya. So remembering the Aishwarya, he was thinking, Kwa ham daridra papinam ka Krishna Shriniketana. And here, Shukdev Goswami is describing what happened to Sudama's wife. Now what is happening here? She slept in a hut, in a broken hut with slanting walls and everything. And the morning when she woke up, like all other devotees must be doing, we were trained in PVT. When you wake up, so you thank Krishna for giving one more day to serve you, this and that. She was doing. She woke up, chanted Hare Krishna, and she was praying to Krishna, thank you for one more day. And then when she saw her hands, she saw golden bangles from where this appeared. Then she saw herself just like Lakshmi, saw her home. It had become what? It had become a palace. So not only one more day Krishna gave, what he gave? So much of opulence for the service of Krishna. And here Sudama, the situation of Sudama, the mentality of Sudama, we can see that how Sudama is feeling. Krishna did not give him anything. He is thinking Krishna's mercy. When Sudama will come to his place and see the palace, what will he think? This is also Krishna's mercy. Krishna gave something, Krishna's mercy. Krishna did not give something, Krishna's mercy. So such a devotee, Brahmaji says what? Tatyanukampa susamikshamano. Not pratikshamano. He does not await the mercy of Krishna. He sees the mercy of Krishna in everything which is happening in his life. tatya anukampa susamikshmano. And one who only sees mercy of Krishna, how much opulence do he get? Mukti padesa daibhag. He attains the opulence of the Lord. And the wife who serves her apatit pati attains the opulence of Lakshmi. The devotee attains the opulence of Lord. His wife attains the opulence of Lakshmi. This is okay? So this way, now when she heard that my husband has come, patim agatam akarnya. Now husband has come, and all her servants and maid servants, they told Sudama's wife that your husband has arrived. So here Patni Udharashti Sambrama. She rose up from her asan and she was very, very happy. Harshati and Udharshati, very, very much. Okay. And in Sambrama, Nitchakram Grihat Turnam, she came outside of her house. We see that usually when materialistic people, they get opulence, they forget the service of Krishna. We have example of Sugriva. Sugriva have a contract with the Lord Ramchandra. What was the contract? You find my wife, I found your. This was the contract. Okay. My brother took my kingdom. Your brother took your kingdom. You get back my kingdom, and my wife, I will get back your wife at least. Some contract was there. But as soon as Sugriva was made the king, Sugriva forget the service of Lord Ramchandra. But here we see neither Sudama's mentality will change, nor his wife's mentality is changed. Sudama has arrived, her mentality is same. She is coming out of her house to greet whom? Sudama. So we see that Krishna's prasadam, Krishna's mercy, what his opulence is given, is first realized by Sudama's wife. We similarly see in the pastime of Jayadev Goswami. Jayadev Goswami did not see Krishna. Who saw Krishna? His wife. Jayadev Goswami was writing Geet Govinda. And he went to bathe in Yamuna. And when Jayadev Goswami went to bathe in Yamuna, who came? Krishna came as Jayadev Goswami. So who met Krishna? His wife met Krishna. Later on, Jayadev Goswami also met Krishna because he had the handwriting of Krishna. So the wife also attains the opulence if the husband is a devotee. So we see that most of the women try to preach their husband also. Mandodari was trying to preach Ravan. But the main problem was Ravan was not a patit. He was patit. He was patit. And there are many, many pastimes. Like we see in Kaliya also. Kaliya's wife preached Kaliya a lot. Ramana Reti is very near. Please become a devotee of Krishna Balaram. It is not very difficult to become a devotee. You are already living in Vrindavan and then you are so much khal. They used to preach Kaliya so much. So when Krishna was dancing on the hoods of Kaliya, the Kaliya Patni, they were thinking, first they thought that, okay, let us become Vidva and we will serve Madhava. Okay, let us become widow. Because he is a dushta. What is the use of serving such a patit pati? If he cannot become a Vaishnava, what is the use of serving? So we will become Vidva and we will serve Madhava. Okay. But when Kaliya surrendered to Krishna, within his mind he surrendered to Krishna, then they asked Lord Krishna, please save us, our husband. Now he has become a Vaishnava. So if the husband is Patita, so let Krishna kill him. But wife should try to make her husband not Patita, not fallen. If he is gambling, she should stop. If he is having illicit relationships, she should fight. If he is having eating meat, she should not cook for him. We see that when women make fight in their household life, husband becomes normal. Otherwise, हिंदी में बोले तो पुरुष लोग जल्दी नहीं सुधरते हैं. Wife have to do something. So sometimes this relationship husband-wife is for mutual cooperation. But sometimes the wife is very choppered. What do you say? She's like we have a saint Tukaram Maharaj in Maharashtra. So Tukaram Maharaj was a very big devotee of Lord Vithala, always chanting Vithala, Vithala, Ram Krishna Hari, Ram Krishna Hari. And his wife was so much distressed because of his devotion that she used to criticize him always. You don't do anything, you don't do anything, this and that. So once what happened, there was a sabha, there was a meeting of devotees, and there was Bhagavatam going on. So his wife, having an earthen pot on her head, was going to fetch some water from a well. So she saw so many devotees sitting, so many sadhus sitting. You all sadhus don't have any work? What rubbish life do you have? Go from here. I don't want to see face of anybody of you. So spoke like this. Every sadhu was like, oh, what happened? Tukaram Maharaj said, no problem, speak Bhagavatam. This is every day. So she went, fetched some water. When she came back, so she saw, still Srimad Bhagavatam is going on. Still so many sadhus are sitting. So she took the earthen pot, broke it on. Where? On the head of Tukaram Maharaj. So Tukaram Maharaj, he was still happy. He said, oh, कुछ गरजते हैं कुछ बरसते नहीं, बट मेरी पत्नी गरजती भी है बरसती भी है. How will you say in English? Some roar but don't pour. The clouds, some roar but they don't pour. But my wife is so wonderful, she roar also, she pour also. Once Tukaram's wife told him, please do some naukri, please do some job. Gave him some oos in Maharashtra, sugarcane stick. So she gave some sugarcane stick, sell them, get some money, and we'll feed our children. So Tukaram Maharaj took those sugarcane sticks, and in the way he found some small children. They asked, Maharaj, give us. Oh, my Vithala has come in the form of the small children. He wants to take sugarcane. Oh, please take. Only one sugarcane left. So now he came back to his home. His wife asked, oh, you sold all the sugarcane. Very nice. Where is the Lakshmi? So he said, only one sugarcane is left. I did not sell. I just distributed for free to the children. They were hungry. So she said, you are like... So she was so angry. She took that stick and beat Tukaram Maharaj with that stick. So that one sugarcane broke into two. He said, oh, you are so intelligent. I was thinking we are two people and the sugarcane is only one. Now one you can eat and one I can eat. So once she found a job for Tukaram Maharaj. She told Tukaram, okay, there is a farmer. You have to stand on the field and protect his farms, okay? Tukaram Maharaj said, okay, Vitthal wants me to do this, I will do this. So he was standing on that farm. Some cows came to gaze. He said, oh, the cows of my Vithala, he is Gopala. The cows of Gopala have come. My Lord loves cows. Cows love Lord Gopala. Let them eat. The whole crops, the cows ate. And then the owner, the farmer, he came. He saw what has happened. So he was shouting at Tukaram Maharaj. Tukaram was chanting, Vithala, 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 what has happened? I just fed your cows, why is he shouting? So what happened? By the mercy of Lord Vithala, whatever crops were destroyed, it became just like before. So we see that although she was a chaste woman, and although Tukaram Maharaj was not patit, was he patit? He was not patit. When Tukaram Maharaj was going to Vaikunta, direct airplane from Vaikunta came to receive Tukaram Maharaj. He asked everybody, especially he asked his wife, let's go to Vaikunta, I'm going to Vaikunta, airplane has come, I'm going to my home, back home. So the villagers were saying, your home is here, what back home? No, back home, Vaikunta I'm going. So asked his wife, come with me, we are going back home, back to Godhead. She said, no, I have so much work to do here. You go wherever you want to go. Chant your Vithala, Vithala, you go whatever you want to do. So, although she is serving, but because she is beating Tukaram, she is not achieving the same mercy what a chaste wife should receive. Parallelly, we can see a pastime of Devhuti Mata and Kardamuni. Devhuti Mata is serving Karda Muni. And she's not caring for her body also. She's helping him in his devotional life. Not obstructing like Tukaram's wife. He's helping him in his devotional life. So later Karda Muni asked her that what do you desire? I'll fulfill your desire. And you will see that what I have attained by my yoga, by my tapa and samadhi, what opulence I have attained, not even your father Manu Maharaj or kings like this can ever attain such opulence. I'll show you. Later on, Dehuti Mata, she had some pain in her heart that I had a relationship with you, but I spent all the time in thinking only of sense gratification. That's why the main opulence which you have, what? The fearlessness because of your devotional service. I won't share in that also. But because she served so nicely and she was also a devotee, she got Kapil Bhagwan as her son. There was one devotee couple also from Maharashtra only. His name was Gora Kumbhar. Gora Kumbhar. He used to make pots, earthen pots he used to make. And he had a very small infant child. So once what happened, his wife gave him that child, take care of him, and I'm going for some service, we'll come back. And what happened, he was standing with Vithala, Vithala, and he was preparing some mud, some clay to make some more earthen pots for Lord Vithala. So what happened, his infant's baby came under his feet. In that mud, he crushed the baby completely. Everywhere there was blood, he crushed the baby. He did not know anything, he was just chanting Vithala, 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 Vithala. And then when his wife came back, she saw that her child is dead. Her child is dead. She became so angry that they had a deity of Lord Vithala in their house. She broke the deity of Lord Vithala in her anger. That just because of this Vithala, just because of devotion to this Vithala, my son have died. So I will not leave this Vittal. He will also die. I will break him. She literally broke the deity of Lord Vithala. Gora Kumbhar, he was very distressed by this incident. But later on what happened, Lord Vithala make his son again alive. So there are many incidences where there are husbands and wives. If the husband is not patita, the wife also attain opulence like Lakshmi. And if the husband is patita like Ravan, even if the wife is chaste, there is not big use of serving only the husband. So women should try to make their husbands devotee. At least they should not become patit. What is patit? Breaking 4 regulative principles. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj says that one who do not chant 1 lakh names every day, he is called patit. He writes in Updeshamrit, Prabhupada is writing in Updeshamrit, that my Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj used to say that one who do not chant 1 lakh names of Lord Hari is patita. But at the same time, Srila Prabhupada is writing because we are genuinely serving Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. We are chanting 16 rounds and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will deliver us. We will not be patita. So at least this much one should try. When Lord gave the opulence, now Sudama saw his wife, Sudama saw this palace. So in Padyavali, our Pandit ji, what is his name? I forget his name. Venudhar Prabhu, he told one shloka from Padyavali. Just after that, there is one more shloka in which Sudama, when seeing his home, he is speaking. Tadgeham natbhiti mandiram idam labdha akasham deva sadhenur jarati charanti karinam eta ghanabha ghata sa shudro mushal dhvani kalamidam sangeetakam yoshitam chitram hant katham dijoyam yatim bhumim samarputaha. He is saying, Tadgeham natbhiti. What was my house? Small hut with natta. Natta means dancing. Bhiti means walls. My hut's walls were dancing. They were slanting, dancing, nat bhiti. And now today what I see? Mandiram idam labdha akasham devam. I see a beautiful palace which is touching the heavenly planets. It is so high. Labdha akasham devam. So there's comparison. Sadhenu jarati charanti. Previously what I had? This one old cow. One cow, not many cows. Sadhenur Jarati, which was also old, Charati. I was seeing only one cow that is also very old. What I see today is Karinam Eta Ghanabha Ghata. Now I see that just like big clouds, they are elephants for my welcome. So much difference. Sa Shudro Mushala Dhwani. And previously what I used to hear when I was at my home, that Mushala is what? Ukhali. You understand no? Mortar, in English we say? Grinding mortar. So, previously I used to hear that old mortar which was broken from many places, and Shudra means only few times my wife it, because every day they won't get anything after begging. Today what do I see? I see Dhvani Kalam Idam Sangeetakam Yoshitam. So many beautiful ladies are singing in so many ways. And Chitram Hanta Katham Dijayam. I just see this is so wonderful, so wonderful. Katham, how is it possible that Dvijo Ayam, a Brahmana like me, a poor Brahmana like me, Yatim Bhumim Samaropitha, that I have attained such a big palace. Such a poor fellow have attained such a big opulence. It is solely by the mercy of my Lord Madhava. So this pastime have many teachings, and it is very dear to devotees, because we see a very nice devotee couple here, Sudama and his wife. The service attitude of Sudama we see, no matter what the condition is, no matter what the odds are, he wants to serve Krishna, just like Srila Prabhupada have. We see how Krishna establishes friendship with his devotees. We see Krishna loves his devotee without considering their material conditions. And we see that Krishna shares his opulence with his devotees. All his opulence, his money, Diksha Kale Shishya Kare Atmasamarpan, Sai Kale Krishna Kare Tar Atmasam. Krishna makes him just like himself when the devotee surrenders him unto him. Just like when a girl marries a boy, she shares his opulence, shares his surname, shares everything. Just like a wife shares everything of her husband, a devotee shares all the opulence of the Lord. His opulence in the sense of money, his opulence in the sense of his blissful nature, his opulence in the sense of his knowledge, all his opulence devotees share. Just Tatyanukampa, last word is Mukti Pade Sadaya Bhag. Just like a son inherits the property of his father, the devotee inherits all the opulence of the Supreme Lord. His bliss, his knowledge, his opulence, his eternity, just like his Swarup. So, from today's discussion, we can see that wife is good or bad, she brings the husband towards Krishna. Tukaram Maharaj was always thinking that it is good that my wife is such, because some attraction would be here, some attraction would be towards Vithala. She is like this, so all the attraction is towards Vithala. And we see here Sudama's wife also. Second thing, we see that wives should try to make her husband a patit, then serve her and attain the opulence just like Lakshmi. And third thing, we can see that we devotees should always remember that Krishna never sees our material condition. If we have a proper service attitude, then Krishna don't see what is our material condition. Last look I will take some from Padyavali. Srila Rupa Goswami writes, what are the glories of devotional service? Krishna, how he does not see any material condition of the devotee. He writes one slok. It's not his slok, he's compiling from places. Vyadhyasya acharanam dhruvasya cha vayo vidya gajendrasya kaha. He's saying that Vyad, that Mrigari, that hunter, did he had any etiquette? He used to kill animals, half killed, and when they will be suffering, he will be very happy. Admara jeev jab phad kare, thad kare, he will feel very happy. So did Vyad had any nice etiquette? No. Still, Krishna accepted him. And Dhruvasya Kavachavayo, and if somebody say that one needs to be very mature to do devotional service, Dhruv Maharaj was very mature in age. He was just a 5-year-old boy. Vidya Gajendrasya Kaha. And did Gajendra went to any school or college? PhD, MBA, MBBS? No degree. He was an elephant. Which school he can go? So Gajendrasya Vidya Kaha. A Kubja Kimu Naam Roop Adhikam. Was Kubja was very beautiful. She was not a beautiful lady. She was a Kubja. She was bended. Adhikam Kim Sudamno Dhanam. And did Sudama had any dhan? If somebody thinks that only rich people can please Krishna or serve Krishna, did Sudama had any money? Vansha ko Vidurasya. And Vidur, was he from a very big family lineage? He was a son of Shudra. Yamraj came as Vidura in the fact, son of Shudra. And Yadav Pati Ugrasya Kim Paurusham. And Ugrasen Maharaj, did he had any Paurush? He had any power? His own son captured him in his, put him in jail. He had any Paurush, any power? No. So Bhaktya Tushyati Kevalam Na Cha Gune. Lord Krishna is pleased only by devotional service, only by the seva vritti, the attitude to serve. Service is done or not is secondary. First thing is that we want to serve or not. One is bhoga vritti, another is seva vritti. If seva vritti is present, the seva is done or not, and how big or small seva is done is another thing. But Krishna sees the seva vritti. Bhaktya tushyati kevalam na cha gunair. Kyun? Bhakti priyo Madhava, because only devotional service, this attitude is dear to Lord Krishna. So this Leela also makes us feel very strengthened in this faith that whatever our condition is, Krishna will accept our services and ourselves also. Thank you. Some questions or comment? Okay. Fully satisfied. Okay, thank you. Yes, Rajiv.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. Nicely explained. Also, like at the end length, you put a recap so that we can take the points away. We can serve Krishna in any situation, whatever situation we are in, we can serve Krishna. Now, also our circumstances may affect us, and we want to change them so that we can better serve Krishna or get more time to serve Krishna. So, how we understand that we are endeavoring sufficiently, or we are doing over endeavors to change our situations to serve Krishna? How is it like? Can you give some? And also one more question that is not relevant to this. That's second question is like you gave examples of devotees who are deprived or not having any opulence. Let's say no, Gajendra was not having education, or somebody was not having riches, or Kubja was not beautiful. Like all that, we don't need any opulence to serve Krishna. So, but when it comes to preaching, is it the same? Like Prabhupada preached, but we don't need anything else to preach. Like we need the knowledge of Shastras.
Okay, so first question is for personal. Like it's a personal question, so every devotee have their personal conditions. And at the same time, we should remember, if we hear the pastime of Gora, what was his name? Kumbhar, he killed his son. But Prabhupada told that all the children who are born in devotee families are Vaikuntha children. We have to take care of our family also. And at the same time, we should remember that we are not like Sudama or other devotees. The practice of such devotion is very difficult. Like Sudama or Tukaram, it is very difficult to practice. Although it is very attractive, but very difficult to practice. So we should very carefully see that in practical we should take care of our families, because they are also devotees. We should try to bring them up in devotion. And your second question was regarding preaching. So nobody wants to hear from a Fakkad sadhu. everybody is attracted towards opulence only. Had this such a big temple was not there, I wouldn't have been here. So many people are chanting under a tree. Nobody goes to them to hear. So for preaching, we require these things. But for personal self, like all the acharyas, Rup Goswami, everybody did this. He made big temple for Govind Dev, but for himself, small cottage. Srila Prabhupada made big temples, and then where was he living? He make temple, then he will travel. In Mayapur, he is living in hut. Then he went Bhubaneswar, living in hut. Prabhupada was always doing like this. So for personal self, we should try to be selfless, try to serve. But for Krishna, we should try to get big opulence also. Once I was doing a katha in a village, and there was a very big pandal. So one person very challengingly he asked that, why do you people waste so much of money for your this preaching work? I said that I was sitting in Vrindavan under a tree and I was waiting for you for past 15 years. You never came to meet me. By seeing this pandal, you have come to question me. To talk to you, I have built this pandal. Hey, so for preaching work, we need this opulence. Otherwise, nobody will hear us. Prabhupada sometimes used to say that my godbrothers print books and they use very low quality paper. So nobody reads their books. So Prabhupada said that even they people are speaking pure devotional service. And I am also speaking pure devotional service. But just because their paper is very low quality, nobody reads their books. And because we print very nice books, nice paintings, people take our books and then they read. So we have to present, people are presenting their kachada in very nice packet. We have very nice material. And then we serve with a very bad packet, what will happen? Nobody will accept. So we have to see both the things, for personal self, for preaching work. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताई गौर हरि प्रेमानंद।